Good afternoon, pipeline traders. I wanted to cover something really important. We're seeing it full unfold in front of our eyes right now. I told you about the trades I was doing this morning, so I'm happy I followed through with my plan. I didn't get the run up. I thought maybe we were going to go retest the bear flag and then come down. So I had a bit of a sloppy entry, but I should say this. We have good news and we have bad news. So the good news is that, well, I'll start with the bad news. The bad news is ETH could potentially go all the way down to test the 1739 or the 1696, or if sell-off increases, 1446. I'm in the camp of we get down to about 1656 area, right? Might wick down, but I think that's where we're going to hold this diagonal line. I could be wrong. I don't think we're going below the previous low. I've been wrong plenty of times before, so maybe that's one. And then on the positive side, after this, we are closer to a bottom, or pretty much bottom. Like, for all we know right now, because this is such a powerful 1735, that is a huge fib level. That could have been the bottom. I said that, I think, a month and a half ago? This very well could have been the bottom. We had our selling climax, we had our run up, and we had our secondary test. And then we had our, whatever you want to call that, the automatic rally. I was trying to think of what it was called. So this is something I don't know when or how long, but, I hit the wrong one. Sorry. So this is something that could play out over the weekend. I was doing a little digging. One thing I noticed was that Mondays are the most common day for massive moves. Typically to the downside. We have had some on a Thursday, but it's typically Monday. That is the biggest one. So keep that in mind. I don't know what it's going to do on the weekend. If this Gaussian channel turns red, just so you can see right here, we can have, we already had this chop. It could be 6 days, 4 days, 5 days. If it's 6 days of selling, then that would put us to basically the exhaustion by Thursday, roughly. Just, again, this is food for thought. This doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'm not making any predictions. I was just trying to look at how long of a sell-off do these things usually happen. And obviously, if it's selling off, that would mean there would be some bad news, something going on that we have yet to see, right? So the fact that it's doing this ahead of Bitcoin, Bitcoin is, I'll just pull this up right now. We're about to break the 20 and roll over. So again, Bitcoin, I think its first test is going to be at 67,752. Okay, if we break that and take out all this liquidity, we're going down at least to 59,765. Now, the thing that I always think about is market psychology when we get down to these levels. There is some fair value gaps. The measure move on the head and shoulder is a lot bigger than this. And if you're wondering, like, where did I come up with this number? If we just take a measured move, that's how I came to the number. I even put it down a little bit more because of this, but maybe we only go down to 55,734. Good buying opportunity. Not saying that I would be a buyer. I would start being a buyer when I see things crossing over. Price holds above the 50. break above the 20. A good example is Hive. Hive did that right here. So we saw selling off, selling off, selling off, and then we broke above this area. Price stayed above the 20, broke above, failed the 50, closed back above the 20, and everything continued, right? So this is twofold. I'm looking at the level and I'm looking at the moving averages and the volume. So everything was great. You could see when this sold off, volume was dead. So that's what we want to see over here. And this is actually a good thing. Right now, the volume hasn't picked up. But what's scary is it was basically nothing here too. And then it started to pick up. And then before you know it, bam, it's smashed. So keep an eye out for that. This could happen over the weekend, but we are breaking out of the Gaussian channel, and this is highly probable for more downside to continue. And it should first. We'll see how it's going to handle this. What is that? 1936 level. If it breaks below that, next stop is going to be the 1798. So how I played this one today, you can do ETH or B. I like BMNR because it's more leverage. There's more movement, and I'm doing the 2 times. Which, if you wanted, there's 2 times leverage ETFs for ETH as well. So again, you saw it consolidating up here, but it's going upward, right? Which isn't the greatest. And not to say that it's going to break. It's holding this 1842 level, but again, it's front running. This happened already prior to ETH breaking out of the bear flag. We already broke out of it on BMNR. So it's kind of a good indicator. And again, this is actually showing a measured move down to this level over here, 1680, which actually gives confluence because I'm saying 16 and change is where I think ETH will bottom based off of the technicals. Could it go lower? Absolutely. But that's where I would be looking to be a player. So I wanted to share this today because I'll just show you on the lower time frame what I did. I was actually long this morning. If you check out the previous video I did, and you can see like I said, I thought we were going to go all the way to 2027. So I was 1.8% away from seeing that move. And I covered when we broke over here. I didn't like this. We filled the gap. Typically, when we fill a gap, it could be a gap and go, as what we're seeing today. And also, I am biased to the downside. I don't like what I'm seeing with ETH. It is going into the weekend. So for those reasons, I am short. And so far, so good. I'm in the money. What is this? On the day, I'm not up 5.5%, but I am up. I'm up 3%. So not bad. I think there's going to be more downside over here. And I think we're going to come down and test these levels. And that should happen by Monday, depending upon what happens on the weekend. Not really much volume, but I'm anticipating 1870. And also, too, if you remember, this is for anybody who thinks that trading's gambling. I had a lot of information. I could control my loss, where you can't really. Whatever you gamble, you're wrong, you lose, you win, you're right, right? In this, I could be wrong and not lose everything. That's the whole point of risk management. But I wanted to make something really clear is if you go look up the options chain, you will see that we were heavy on the call side much more than the put side. That gave me clarity to know that there's a very, very good chance that we were closing below 1950 to $19 area. And you're seeing it play out. Now, can it even go lower? Yeah. I just don't know. I don't think we're going to close I mean, I could be wrong. We could close below 19 today. So we're going to keep an eye on that and manage it. But ultimately, I'm playing this to the downside to potentially fill this gap. So hopefully by next week, I will be able to close my short and then go long and make it a great day. So as always, stay disciplined, trade with intention. God bless you all. I wanted to fill you in on basically what's been going on throughout the day and how I'm playing it, what I did. And I hope you have a great weekend. And if you like content like this, please leave some comments. Let me know if there's anything that you'd want to see me do or change. Uh, like, subscribe, and whatever you can to support the channel is greatly appreciated. Make it a great day.